world may see the glory of the risen King. Look at somebody and say, build it. I don't know about you, but I'm going to build what I'm going to do. Habakkuk chapter 2, put it up. Habakkuk chapter 2, our theme verse. Some of you remember if you were here last year. Habakkuk chapter 2 was our theme verse that was right on this side of the curtain last year, a year of expansion. And this is what Habakkuk chapter 2 says. Then the Lord answered me and said, record the vision and inscribe it on tablets, that the one who reads it may run. Isn't that interesting that last year the word was record the vision? That was last year. And this year we've recorded the vision. And now it's time for those who read it to start running with it. Why? Because what God starts, God will finish. If He started it, He will finish it. He is the Alpha and the Omega. He is the beginning and the end. He is the first and the last. Somebody ought to help me give Him a mighty praise this morning because of all that. That's why He's telling us in this passage, don't just record the vision, but you got to build up strong for His glory. You got to run with it. So how many here are ready to build? Back in elementary school days, during the inter-house sports, when the runners are about to run, I remember those days, the umpire or the referee will stand on the side with his little gun pointing to the sky. And then he will say, on your marks. And all of us who are ready to run will go down like that. Like Usain Bolt, we're ready. And he will say, get set. And when you hear, boom, you hear go. We all go and start running. And we run and run. Oh, I got to build. It's getting late in the evening. And the sun is going down. Jesus says in John chapter 9 verse 4, we must walk the works of Him who sent me. As long as it is day, night is coming when no one can walk. I got to build. I got some stuff to do for my Father. And I got some personal goals. I got some spiritual goals. Things that I got proposed, in my heart to do for the Lord. If you should tarry, because the sun is going to go down someday. We can be the church, God. We can be the church that God wants us to be. You can be the man. You can be the woman. You can be the wife. You can be the husband you want to be. But you got to build it. You can't just say you want to be something and boom, you become it. Like a genie coming out of a bottle. How many of you know life doesn't work that way? If you want to be the man, the woman, we want to be the church, you want to be the wife, you want to be the husband that God is calling you to be, you got to build it. And we got to build it up strong. Are you all listening to me? Yes. But the question is, what do I have? What do I have? What do I have to have in order to build what I need to build and to build it up strong? What do I have to have? This morning I want to challenge you in whatever you're going to be called to do to help us fulfill the vision that God has given to this church. This morning I'm going to challenge you to do it to the glory of our God. That's why we're calling this series Building Up Strong. Because this is, after all, this is our year of outreach. By the way, if you are here and you don't have this postcard, the postcard that we gave, I can't find mine now. Auntie Amna, where's the ushers? If you don't have the postcard that we gave to all our church folks, visitors and adherents here, that has all the things about our mission and vision statement written on it. If you don't have that postcard in front of you or at home, raise up your hands and an usher will give you that postcard, so that way it would help you to see what we are about and what God is laying on our heart to do in the next 5 years here in this church. Okay, raise up your hands so they can give it to you. So let me give you some tools. Let me give you some tools you need to help you build. I just sense in my spirit that there are a lot of builders, Bob the builders in this place. I want to give you some tools you need to help you build whatever God is calling you to build. Because I don't want you to be like they used to do back home. You know how they used to build back home? Back home, when they're getting ready to build, they buy the land, and then they call all the folks in the village to come and help to build whatever they want to build. And most of the ones who show up are drunks. Back home, you don't have to have a whole lot of money for the labor. You don't. Just get a keg of beer or palm wine. Those of Africans know this. I mean, these men, they will come, they mean so good in all their heart is good, they want to really help you and all that, but they're not interested in your money. Just give them some drinks and you got yourself builders. And then when they all get plastered, real plastered, one of them will say, I'm going to the lumber yard. And I can hook you up. I can hook you up with some 2x4s. You need some 2x4s. And I got it for you. And he goes, and you never see him come back in 2 or 3 days. And one person is building here, another person is building over here, and everybody is just doing stuff and they're not talking to each other. So somebody may get tired. They may get tired and run out of materials, and it makes the living room shorter. I got tired, and that's enough living room. We don't need no more living room there, and it stops there. And he's not building to specifications. How many here know back home a house can look like this? No. If you've walked into your grandmother's parlor, that's what we call it. If you walk into your grandmother's parlor, you know what I'm talking about. You walk in and you start going down. And you start going down. And I mean the whole house start going down. And that is nobody, and what that is this. Nobody had a vision or a plan or a blueprint to build on. And the builders weren't using the right tools or the right materials either. And yet, they were trying to build something. You almost have to wait till the house was built to see what they were trying to build. But not when you have a vision, not when you have a plan, not when God has laid a blueprint and has showed you, as he showed Moses, this is the picture of the tabernacle in heaven, and I want you to build it as a replica of the tabernacle here on earth. Because if you can see it, you can conceive it. And if you can see the invisible, you can do the impossible. Hello, somebody. The house they're building way back home was supposed to have 4 steps. 4 steps. And then you go 1, 2, and then you stop and you're looking for, and it has 2.5, and you're looking for where's the rest, and you go, where's the rest of the stuff? No, not today, not today. Nobody wants to live in a house like that is not built with specification. We all want to live in a nice and comfortable houses, right? What about God's house? Don't you think God's house should look nice too? Have you seen one of those extreme makeover home edition houses on the TV show? That's the kind of houses folks want to live in. And when they see their new place, they go, oh my gosh, I'm going to die. Because they can't believe what they see. Oh, I don't know who this message is for this morning. But if you came here and you got any little piece of dream still left in you, I want to fire you up this morning. I want to fire you up. See, the enemy is at a long upper hand on you enough. He's been whispering in your ears. It can't be done. You can't do it. You're too old. It's too late for you. The devil is a liar. God says to tell you from his word, record the vision. Inscribe it in the tablets. Let the enemy see it. And that the one who reads it may run. Somebody in here is about to run this morning. Because God is about to give you a second wind. Everybody says second wind. See, second wind is what runners are looking for. They don't look for the burst of first wind. Because when you start a race, you got all the energy. But if you have heard a marathon runner talk to you about why they were able to finish, they will say it was that second wind. God is about to give you your second wind. God is about to give Wellman Heights Baptist Church a second wind. Because your latter days shall be greater and better than the former days. Somebody shout amen. So, we need some tools to build. I must confess, I'm not particularly an handyman like Uncle Sam over here. That's not my gift. I'm not good with tools in my hands. Anytime I walk around my house with a tool in my hand, my children will stop me and say, Dad, please, don't hurt yourself. Put that tool down and let mommy do it. But I can't give in. I'm a man. I can't give in. I got to build me something. And if I'm going to build me something, I got to get me some tools. So when I picked up this tool belt, see what I'm saying? My wife is already saying, watch out, don't hurt yourself. Let me get myself ready. So when I pick up this tool belt at Rona, and I picked this tool belt up at Rona, and the guy who was behind me at the checkout line, he saw what I was holding in my hands, and he go, hey, you're going to work, eh? And I looked at him, and I smiled, and I pop out my chest like those construction workers, and I go, yeah, I'm going to work, bro. I'm going to work. It's time to build. See, when you need some tools. You need some